Good morning, friends. Introducing us from the first group consisting of me, Samuel from ST2.
William from SE1.
I am Jonatahan Wijaya from SE1.
I am Alif Riziq from SE1.
We want to present the two databases that we created. The first database is about dentists and patients database, and the second one is a language school student database. So let's go directly to the first database.
Okay, the first database will be explained by me, Samuel, and William. Here we can see the detailed interface for the dentist patient table. This database is divided into two tables, the patient table and the dentist table here. And the patient table contains detail about information of the patient and their appointment. The dentist table contains information about working dentists. So let's look into the patient table.
The patient table contains patient information consisting of patient ID number, patient name, patient age, patient gender, date and appointment, dentist ID number in the appointment, patient address, and patient telephone number.
At the dentist table, let's take a look here. At the dentist table, contains information about the dentist ID numbers, dentist name, dentist age, and dentist gender. From this table, there is a relationship between the patients and the dentist. Let's take a look at the relationships here. The relationship can be found in the patient's appointment information about the doctor here. Where in the patient table there is a foreign key here. There's a foreign key here for the dentist ID number, and which make it connected to the informations in the doctor's table, so that it can display informations about dentists in the appointment.
For friends who don't understand what primary key and foreign key are, the primary key is the primary key of an information table that is used to retrieve data in the table. Then what are foreign key? A foreign key is a key that is used to retrieve data from another related table by calling the primary key from another table. For example, we can see in Kilian patient table. Yes, Kilian. There is data about the dentist ID number. In the Kilian patient table, there's this dentist ID number 4. This number that data leads in the dentist table. Let's take a look the dentist who has ID number 4. The dentist with ID number 4 is Dr. Masani. So we can read the patient client has an appointment with Dr. Masani on January 13, 2023 at 11 a.m.
Another example, we can see Mira's patient table here. Mira's patient table. There is data about the dentist ID number in Mira's patient table. There is ID number 1 here. At the field ID dentist. The data for this number leads to the dentist table. Let's take a look at the dentist who has ID number 1. The dentist who has ID number 1 is Dr. Fiar. So we can read in full that patient Mira has an appointment with Dr. Fiar on January 18, 2023 at 2 p.m. And then the entity relationship diagram can be seen next here. Let's see. Okay, more detail of the relationship can be seen here. There is a connecting line between patient table and dentist table. And in the dentist patient table, the ID dentist have foreign key. And the dentist table, the ID dentist from the dentist table had primary key here. So that is all that we can explain for the first table. Now we move on the second table.
Okay, the second database will be explained by Jonah and Alif.
Okay, here we can see the details of the database view of language school students. This database is divided into 4 tables. there is a student one, the first here, and next is class subject table, and the next is subject name table, and the last is teacher table. Now, in the in the student table, there is contain detailed information in the form of student ID, student name, student class ID, student gender, student age, student address, student phone number, and student email. And the next can be explained by Alif.
Okay, in the class subject, there is ID class, class name, and ID subject.
And the next,
Okay, and then in the subject table is ID subject, subject name, and ID teachers. Okay,
the
next. Okay, in the next table there is teachers table, have ID teachers, teacher's name, teacher address, teacher age, teacher gender, teacher's phone number, and teacher's email.
Okay, each of these table, of course, has a related relationship. To find out, let's look at the entity relationship diagram first. Okay, entity relation diagram is in here. Okay. Let's the entity relation diagram in here, we can see there is a link in each table. The one marked with the key here, the key is the primary key, and the one marked with the hashtag is the foreign key. And then student table is connected to the class subject here. In class ID section, we can see this connection line with blue. And the class subject connected to the subject table in the subject ID section. Here we can see the relationship with green line, and the subject table connected to the teacher table with in the section teacher's ID 1. Here we can see the connection is with yellow line. Okay. That way can describe the biggest dependency. In the student table, we can see the student table here with the biggest dependency because the information flow is from originally from the teacher, and the subject, the class subject, and the rest is student, which is the end user. Okay, let's read the data relation one by one. We can see with the explanation in here. Okay.
Okay. The first, let's take an example in the student table. There is a student name, Chika. Here is Chika with class ID is 5. In the class subject, table, class ID 5 denotes class name J1, and the subject's ID 2. In the subject table, subject ID 2 indicates the name of language subject is Japanese with ID teachers.
ID teachers too, and the teachers for the Japanese language.
Language is 2, William Sugiono.
Okay.
Okay, so we can get the information related to this table that the student with the name Chika is in class J1 with the subject Japanese, and the teacher is William Sugiono.
Okay. For the search process, we can use the SQL query language. We can see now. In this SQL query language, we want to display about the student ID, the student name, the student address, the student email, and student class ID, student class name, the subject ID and the subject name, the teacher ID, and the name, the teacher name. We for this language session, we use InnerJoin for connecting the table one by one. Okay, there's information flow with the from student with class ID to connect with the subject with the in the subject ID, and connected with the teacher with the teacher ID. And for the the key of the searching, we use the searching by the student ID because we want to know the detailed information about the student and the other information in the other tables. Okay, with the beforehandly, Alif want to search about the Chika information, and Chika information has student ID 1.
1.
We can see in here.
Okay, we can try.
Wait a minute. This search. Okay, wait. Oh, sorry. In this, wait. Where is the ini? The go search. Oh, go buttonnya di ini. Okay, and we can go for the searching one. Nah. As Alif said, we find the student ID Chika with the address in Bandung, with the email, with her email, and the her class ID is 5.
5.
Her class name is J1, and
ID subject.
subject ID 2, with the subject name is Japanese.
Japanese.
The teacher ID 2, and the name of the teacher is William Junior. Okay, for the another example, we want to search the next student. The next student is Mei Mei. The Mei Mei
Has a ID class.
her ID class ID is 2. Okay, we can search in this. Once they go button again. You can see the student ID is here in is 2. Okay, and now let's go. Now, we can see in this result, the student ID 2 has the name student is Mei Mei. Her address is in China. This is her email, and this is her class ID, her class name, her subject ID, and her subject name, and the teacher ID and the teacher name. So we can say Mei Mei has class ID 4, which is the class name. Her class is
Korean language.
With the subject 1. Okay, and the teacher of the subject is Samuel Joni. Okay, that's all from our group. Thank you for listening. Sorry if we make wrong interpretation or there is something wrong with our clarity. Thank you for your watching.
Thank you. See you guys.